Okay, I've got 3 minutes to go over my settings. I'm trying to get all these videos down to 3 minutes. Here's where I start. Kernel, path tracing. Fantastic. Film settings, I always start at 1920 by 1080. Upsampling, if you haven't used it yet, it's like magic. So I have no upsampling right now. We'll go over all of that later. Samples, not even 500. I do 350. Diffuse, 4. Most of the time I'll do 4. 9 on specular, 4 on scatter. Don't even need it most of the time. GI clamp at 1. And then the magic comes, okay, parallel sample starts at 16. If you can afford more samples, it will give you faster renders, except when you're doing caustics, but not for this case. All right, adaptive sampling. I turn it on and I crank up that noise threshold pretty high to 0.2. You've been told that this 0.02 is what you really want your noise threshold to be or below. I don't think anybody can tell. 0.2 with denoising, so beautiful. All right, so on this scene with those settings, let me start the scene over again. We're getting render times near, what is that? 14, 12 seconds? 10 seconds. Okay, so if I change this back to the regular threshold, so if I turn it off and we try for the same thing, we're going to get render times well above. There we go. So the time isn't coming down because there's no optimizations to be made. It's going to take 22 seconds. And we're already halfway through our time. So let's go through how to make it faster. Adaptive sampling, 0.2. Minimal samples, 22. Don't go below 10. You're going to get black dots. And if you're using shadow passes, turn it up to 250 or higher. To make it even faster, go ahead and turn on upsampling. 2 times, 4 times is a little aggressive until you get to 8K. And then I want to crank up our film settings to 2560 by 1440. So it's going to render natively at 720 and then it's going to upscale to 1440 and it's going to look fantastic. The way to also dial in your settings is go to render passes, noise, turn on the noise, and let's start the render over. Everywhere it's green is where it's going to get better. And we're just going to keep the samples going until all the noise is going. So 4 seconds, no, we can afford more. 5 seconds, we can still afford more. What we got? 8, 9, 9, keep going. I got 10, I got 11, 12. All right, that's it. So somewhere around like 13 second, 14 second render, we're getting all of the noise at that noise threshold gone. And we know that 14 seconds, almost no noise. You can barely see that. I'm sure YouTube just took that filter out. All right, that's my time. 3 minutes. Talk to you guys later.